So we're going to start with a simple stretching routine. Just a little bit of dynamic stretching with the chest. Just bringing the arms in, bringing them back out. So we'll do this for a few seconds, get some blood flow. Then take the arms out to the side. Just have to do small circles in one direction. And then back. Okay. Both directions for a little bit. Alright, good. Then take one arm, swing it all the way up and back, just enough to loosen up the arm. Get that shoulder going. Take the other side, up and back. And then reverse. Now, even though the camera angle's a little tight, so you can't really see all of it, just put one leg a little forward and get a little bit of dynamic stretching going. So we're going to just take our leg straight up. Keep that knee straight. Alright, good. And the other side. Alright, good. And now, take a hand, put it in front of you, cross it over your chest, and hold it towards you with your other hand. So, about 30 seconds.
Okay, so now you're going to give an explanation of the different techniques. So the techniques we have are relaxation training.
And the other side, arm out, and over, and cross. And hold it.
We're at the next section, list and explanation of specific techniques used in treatment therapy.
That's 15.
So I'm
25.
That's all I saw.
And 30. Now take an arm, take it up,
Okay.
touch your back, grab the elbow, and just gently pull. Just somewhat towards your head. Alright. 15. 5.
Right. So we're just going to do
And now switch up and down and hold.
But they so we want to put in a brief explanation of each of these four things because it doesn't just have to it asks to give an explanation.
And 15.
So, what is relaxation and breathing? Okay.
5.
So other than
Okay.
Dora, how now it's.
I don't think you'll be able to see this full thing on the camera, but just take an arm up,
No,
grab it at the wrist,
you still here.
and gently lift with the other hand. And remember to relax into the stretch. $15. $5. And switch. Again, take the hand up, grab the wrist, gently pull.
Yep.
5.
Oh, you were gone? No.
Okay.
Said hi to Dell. I'm not sure she.
Now, we're going to kind of get our neck ready.
Oh,
Just turn it to one side.
let's do the brief explanation of each of these.
Try and bring your chin across to like 90 degrees. And switch. Same thing on the other side. And over. And now just bring your chin down towards your chest. Don't try to use your hands, just let your neck naturally relax.
Hi.
And up. And back down. And back up. Okay, now take your chin, tuck it into your chest again, and now either to the right or the left, bring your head around, try and bring your ear to your shoulder, back, and to the side, and down. Again, right through that rotation, and a third time, and then go the opposite direction. Good. Now, next one, take your arms up, turn at your waist to look behind you, and just hold that. $15. And switch sides. 15. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put your feet about shoulder width apart, and we're gonna reach down. You can't see my legs, but just reach down and try and touch your toes, the ground, maybe your knees or your shins, whatever you can get to. $15.
Okay. So let's finish, we've only got a few things left, and then
So,
I'm we can make sure.
Yep, that should have been
We'll be doing cardio.
yeah. Really interesting to look at, but you shouldn't have been looking at the screen, you should have been looking at the ground. So,
Yeah, that's
arms
why
out
we're
to the
doing
side.
this, and we're gonna finish
Now
this
take
one, and
your left hand and bring it across and try and touch your right toes. Other arm goes straight up. $15. And up, and now the other side. $15. And up. All right. So, if you don't have your yoga mat out, that'd be a good time to get it, because I've got to adjust my camera.
Okay, so let's, so we do that for behavioral work.
All right. You don't have to do this. I like to practice my falls.
Yeah.
Comes in handy. All right. So we're going to start off stretching our hamstrings a little bit. So 1 foot out, 1 foot in, and just reach out. You know, try and grab your. I try and grab my ankles on this one and pull in. But you know, if you can only get to the calf or the shin, that's all fine. If you can only get to the knee, that's fine. Just wherever you can reach. That makes you a little bit uncomfortable, but doesn't put you in pain.
So did you really want a parentheses at the beginning of change shows faulty?
And then, we're going to reach up, and if we can grab our toes, we're going to pull back on the toes a little bit. If we can't reach our toes, we're just going to arc our toes back. But this is to stretch out that calf muscle a little bit. Try and lengthen it. Really helps if you miss a step.
Oh, so we need to
Have a little bit of flexibility there. Alright, good. Switch sides. 1 foot tucked, 1 foot out. Grab and pull. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Breathing is very important.
Last but not least, exposure here.
Bad things happen when we don't breathe. Okay. Now grab the toes. Pull back.
This should be what you know.
Okay. And that's good. All right. Now just leave that leg tucked and bring the other foot across so that the ankle's on it. Take your arm, wrap it through and pull that knee towards your chest. And turn your hips. My back just popped a little, so I'm a little out of
Is
alignment.
that part of
But
relaxation?
we're better. And just keep pulling
So that should be
in and turning
our
back.
feet.
You can get those shoulders pretty close to a
And what does that do?
right angle to your hips. That's good. And now we're going to switch. Take the other leg,
Okay, so
tuck it,
aggressive muscle relaxation
bring the
exercises, what do those
one that was on the bottom over, so the ankle's by the knee. Cross with the opposite arm, pull it in towards your chest.
And then breathing through his diaphragm.
And that's 15. And there. Good. Okay, next stretch. We're gonna turn our body, point that knee, leave that foot tucked, take the other one, put the knee behind the other foot, and I'm going to show you two versions of this stretch. So what we're going to do here is we're going to now, we've got this kind of,
All right, back to exposure.
I guess, S shape.
No, that's
With
all
our
right.
legs, we're going to bring our forehead down and we're going to try and touch our knee. If that's a little too easy, you can straighten out that back leg and come up on the front, on the shin, and try and bring your head down to the ground. I'm going to go back to the previous stretch. That's one for just, if this is too easy. That should be good. Now, switching. Bring the other knee forward. Bring the other leg behind. And now down. And again, if you want to straighten out that back leg and roll your body up onto that leg. But we're going to stay right here. And breathe. That's 20.
Okay, I think I believe we have,
5. Excellent. Now, we're going to take our leg string as much as we can and lean up towards our knee. And that's going to put some pressure on our hip flexor right here. You might feel it down on the adductor.
is that part of the growth
That's
therapy?
15. And 5. And switch. Bring this leg in, bring that leg out, and just lean. Try and keep that leg straight. I know.
What are they called?
Just trying to put a little bit of pressure, not too much. We're not trying to pop our hip out of its socket. It's 20. Just trying to get that muscle, get the joint a little bit loosened up so it's got a little more mobility. And that's 30. Good. So, we've got butterfly, feet together. And I want to do this like to lean forward a little bit and put some pressure on my legs with the elbows. Yeah, as long as you're feeling a little stretch here, you don't have to worry about it. But try and get those knees down towards the ground as best as you can. Call that 15. This is one of my favorites. So we're going to do it twice. First we're going to finish up here and grab our toes. And we're just going to flap a little bit, try and get some dynamic stretching into there. Then grab and push down again. That's 15. And 30. Good.
And what was the idea?
So, all set. Now I'm going to move the mat out of the way because the last thing to do is a split, and I like to, since I'm using bare feet, I've got plenty of traction, and I tend to find that the mat gets in the way for this one. Now, you can of course stand up. You just bring your legs as far as they'll go. I actually prefer to start this one from the ground. Put hands on the ground, one leg out to one side, one leg out to the other, and then settle back.
We are getting to the final phase
Now,
Prepare for
part of it here is that you should have your hips twisted a little bit, turned up,
this is the last
turned down towards the ground, and if you can bring your upper body up, it'll help you get deeper into this stretch. That's 15. And there. Now bring it in. You can either go up or down. Let those hips loosen up a little bit. Then back. We're going to take a foot out and the other foot out, and we're going to settle back again. And give it another 30 seconds. That's 15. This one's important to breathe with. And there we go. Okay. Back down
All right.
and relax. Let those hips shift.
If you want to do a second.
And there we go. We're done.